A pleasant day to each and everyone, especially to our dear teacher, Mrs. Melanie Olimberio. I am Sherilyn Cordero.
And I am Raycon Almaden, and we are going to talk about letter.
Before we proceed to our main topic, Mr. Almaden will share something to us that is very relevant to our topic today.
According to Soraya Kofelt, letter writing can be seen as a gift because someone has taken his or her time to write and think and express love. Letter writing is often seen as a thoughtful and meaningful gesture. When someone takes the time to sit down and write a letter, they are not only expressing their thoughts and feelings, but also dedicating their time and effort to the recipient. It is a personal and intimate way to convey emotions and sentiments, making the act of letter writing truly special.
So what is letter? A letter is a written form of communication that is addressed to a specific person or specific organization. This refers to the physical or digital document composed of written words and addressed to an individual or specific entity. Letters can be handwritten, typed, or digitally created, and they serve as a means of conveying messages in a more formal or structured manner compared to casual conversation. A letter is also one of the easiest and non-expensive means of communication. The relationship between the writer and the receiver determines the way a letter is written. This means that the simplicity and cost-effectiveness of letter as a communication method. Unlike some other forms of communication, sending a letter does not require advanced technology or significant expenses. The style and tone of the letter are influenced by the relationship between the sender and the recipient. For example, a letter to a friend might have a more informal tone than a letter to a business associate.
There are two types of letter, which are formal and informal letter. First, let us discuss what formal letter is. A formal letter is a written communication that follows a specific format and is typically used for official or professional purposes. It includes a formal salutation, body of the letter with clear and concise language, and a formal closing. It is often used for business correspondence, job applications, and official requests.
Formal letters that needed to be included. There are formal letters that needed to be included. First one is the writer's address. The address of the person who writes the letter from, for example, 8-22-5 Mayor Vihar, Phase 1, Delhi 110091. Next is the date. Date should be written in the correct format, for example, November 25, 2012. Next is the recipient's address. The address of the receiver or the person for whom the letter is written. For example, the principal, Navnet Public School, Sector 8, Rohini, Delhi 110085. Salutation, for example, Hini is the respected madam. Next is the subject. This part mentions the objective of writing. The letter is a concise form. Next is the body of the letter. This part should be divided into 3 paragraphs. The first paragraph should state the purpose of writing the letter in concise form. The second paragraph naman should contain the vital information, providing an explanation wherever required. The last paragraph naman is a formal letter should affirm what action you expect the recipients to take. And then next is the subscription. For example, Hini and yours truly. And lastly is the signature, name with signature.
The next type of letter is informal letters. These letters include letters to parents, siblings, relatives, friends, and etc. These letters have an easy and conversational language. When we say informal letters, these are the kind of letters you write to people you are close to, like your parents, siblings, relatives, or friends. These letters are written in a relaxed and friendly way, using language that feels like a casual conversation. You don't need to be formal or follow strict guidelines when writing informal letters. They allow you to express yourself in a more personal and comfortable manner, reflecting the easygoing nature of your relationship with the recipient. Whether you're sharing news, expressing emotions, or just catching up, informal letters let you communicate in a way that feels natural and familiar.
There are 6 parts in an informal letter. Number 1, the writer's address. This address of the person who writes the letter or the sender. Number 2, the date. The date line is used to indicate the day, the month, and the year the letter was written. Salutation. The salutation is an expression of greeting. For example, Dear Love, Dear Honey, or Dear Anthony. The body of the letter. In this part, it contains all the information one wants to share through the letter. It is generally divided into 3 paragraphs. Subscription. In subscription, it is the last concluding part of the letter, which is done right bottom of the letter. Lastly, name and signature. It is the last part of the informal letter wherein it includes your name, the sender's name.
There are many importance of letter. First on the list is it facilitates communication. They enable the transmission of thoughts, information, and emotions in structured and organized manner. In other words, formal letters can facilitate communication by enabling the transmission of thoughts, information, and emotions in a structured and organized manner. Second, it expresses emotions. Whether conveying love, gratitude, condolences, or other sentiments, letters provide a medium of heartfelt expression. They also provide a medium for expressing emotions, whether conveying love, gratitude, condolences, or other sentiments. Third, it maintains formality. In professional and official contexts, letters uphold a sense of formality used for applications, business transactions, and official correspondence. In professional and official contexts, formal letters help maintain formality. They are commonly used for job applications, business transactions, and official requests to uphold sense of professionalism and respect.
The fourth importance of writing a letter is it preserves personal connection. Letters help maintain personal connections by adding a special and individualized element to communication. When you write a letter to someone, it shows that you took the time and effort to convey your thoughts in a more personal way. This can strengthen relationships and make the communication more meaningful. The fifth importance is it requires thoughtful expression. Writing letter isn't rushed. It encourages careful thought and consideration. Unlike quick messages or conversations, letters demand a more deliberate expression of thoughts and feelings. This means you have the opportunity to convey your ideas in a well thought out manner, making your communication more intentional. The next and the last importance of writing a letter is it contributes to legal documentation. In formal situations like legal or business matters, letters play a role in creating written records. They help formalize agreements, provide official notifications, and serve as documentation. This written evidence can be important for legal purposes, ensuring clarity and formality in professional communication.
Note number 1. The date can be written as 1st March 2012 or March 1st, 2012. The date can be written in different ways, but the most common ways are 1st March 2012 or March 1st, 2012. The first way is called the day, month, year format, and the second way is called the month, day, year format. But ways are widely used and acceptable. Number 2. The address must be complete and if possible, it must have the PIN code of the address to which is it being sent. A complete address should include the recipient's name, job title, company name, building number, street number, city, state, or province, and postal or zip code. Number 3. Never use an apostrophe in the subscription. Write yours truly, yours sincerely, and etc. When signing off a letter, it is important to use a professional and respectful closing. Some common closing include yours truly, yours sincerely. It is important to avoid using an apostrophe in the subscription as it can came across as unprofessional or informal.
So in conclusion, letter is a very important way of communicating not only in digital but also in written. So there are two types of letters. It is informal letters and formal letters. So that's all. Thank you. We are from the first group and I hope you learned something.